Precious channel. It is I, your friend Jerriford K. Holkins.
So yeah.
Here with, it occurred to me yesterday.
Oh God.
Here we
go.
No. Honestly, this is actually
This is like the fifth name
compared to. No, trust me. You're safe. You're safe. You've accrued enough names. No, if there's another brewing show on Twitch, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
It's possible there is. But I'm gonna make that a part of the introduction.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Ready?
I like it.
Precious channel. It is I, your friend Jerriford K. Holkins, here with Twitch's own.
Whoa!
Brewing program acquisitions, Intoxicated. Of course, I am joined by my co-host and acquisitions Intoxicated brewmaster, Eric J. Benson, who you may know better as the notorious EJB, Azerbaijan.
Yeah, like once.
One time.
But every other day.
Or
every
week
every
really
Tuesday,
at this point.
Yeah.
Or Edge Benson, which is an invention of
Does that make you Bono?
channel. I have no idea how I exist in this continuum. See, Viking Goat says take it to the edge. Now, this is Acquisitions Intoxicated. You are here, but it may be that you are here on accident. It may be that some cosmic scenario just resulted in your being deposited in this channel. So let me take a moment to tell you what you're in for. This is a show where we brew, consume, and design beers really more or less in that order. Every show has that narrative arc. Obviously, take note of Joseph Campbell's sort of the hero's journey.
Yeah, as one would say. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
It's a real thing.
We're here to elevate the proceedings. So that is why I have this bizarre crucible here in front of me. What is it for? All will be revealed. All will be revealed.
In due time.
Yeah. The very first thing that we're going to do on Acquisitions Intoxicated is to put all the ingredients that we're going to use to brew into this step filter. Obviously, we use the Pico Brew Zymatic. They just had another Kickstarter type thing. You might have seen that. They just kickstarted another very small device that's designed to brew.
It's like the Pico
kombucha
or something like that?
Yeah, it's like kombucha, horchata. Like it's a general purpose.
That's awesome.
Right? It's a general purpose sort of beverage manufacturing device. But we focus primarily on the Z tier type product like the Zymatic, just because we like the larger volume.
Yep. And it allows us to use our own grains and craft the recipes.
Yeah, ultimately we need a big basket like this to get that going. But today we are going to make the beer that we designed last week, right?
Yes, this was Summer Gold, which was the Weiss beer.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to remember why we made it, because I can't, but maybe you can. Josh?
Gold. Let's see.
Ryan was on. So
Ryan was on Summer Gold.
Summer Dream.
Well, hopefully somebody can hook me up, because
who in the channel remembers why we made this beer?
Well, because the truth, right, is that
we have so many beers now.
Well, yeah, it's the Promise beer. So, it's the Promise. It's from the town.
It's from Promise.
Thank you so much. No. The main thing that happened is that Tuesday, that's when the fever started to ramp up.
Oh yeah. You were
right. That's when
you're going downhill quick.
Yeah. Or uphill. I mean,
one of the two.
Whatever
hill you choose.
Whatever metaphor you want to describe things raising.
It was Promise's Summer Festival.
Exactly, like the idea that they have to have this sort of celebration thing, right?
This was the shandy. Remember, we were going to mix it with lemonade.
That's right, and other drinks, of course.
Aids.
Now, so this is a big old heap of grains. What do we got in here?
So this is a Weiss beer.
So the beer portion of this thing, anyway.
Yeah, right? The beer portion of this is going. Yeah, this. Remember how it was a very basic and easy malt build. It's 50% wheat and 50% Belgian Pilsner.
So it's all
it's Belgian wheat too, so it's very sweet.
It is. Yeah. So is that what? And the color is great too. So this is actually not. I would say this is not common for us.
No, this is going to be very, very golden, or light golden in color. But those grains smell unbelievable.
Oh yeah. Well, I think ever since we started using those Washington grains, we've started to branch out a little bit in terms of the Build?
So this was the coolest thing.
Yo.
I was in the store today getting Greg's
Look it up.
micro homebrew, right?
Yeah.
That Skagit Valley did a single malting process for the shop. So the shop has its own
Like a real malt floor?
Yeah. Well, no, they made a whole batch of malt just for the shop based on their wants.
Now, is that up Kenmore Way? The actual shop?
It's Kenmore. It's right in Kenmore.
Yeah, okay. Because I had driven by there with Ronya, and I was like, "Is that the homebrew shop?"
That's the shop.
Okay, that's awesome. Yes, it's nice.
Yeah. Oh, it's huge. But now they have that's what's cool about going to your local homebrew shop is stuff like that happens where a local malter will make a batch of grain specifically for that shop. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, this straight up just smells like fucking Ovaltine.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like, this is out of control.
Yeah.
All right, hey, so what's the hop situation?
So hops, first is going to be our classic Saz, and that's going to be 1/4 of an ounce that's going to get the full 60-minute boil.
Noble hop.
Get the Noble.
Oh, the Czech Saz, okay.
Yep.
Very, very low alphas. Good
Very
choice,
low. Only
good
about
choice
like
to rest the whole time.
3.75 to 4.2 usually.
And how much was it?
You're going with 1/4 of an ounce.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, we're only making about 2.5 gallons with this machine, so we don't need the typical 1/2 ounce to a full ounce of a regular 5-gallon batch.
No. Oh, man.
Most of the time you do. Yeah, it's going to be great.
No, exactly. It smells like a teen locker room,
That's what you're going with?
but in the best possible way. Ugh. Just filthy, dank,
It's
and
dank.
weirdly tangy.
It's dank.
Right? 1/4, you say? I can offer that. Okay. What's next?
So at the end of the boil, at 5 minutes for aroma, we have Hallertau Blanc, which is going to be grapefruit, passion fruit, and a lot of stone fruits. Those are the scents that are going to come off the top of the beer.
That's the nose, along with the juice combination.
Yep.
That's the fantasy, right? Oh, man. Yeah, you can tell right away. See, this actually smells like... yeah, get a load of that.
Yeah, it's great, right?
Oh, it's really, really good, but it's sweet.
It smells like tea.
Yes. Yeah. That's classic. Like a nice blend.
That's not dank, and it smells like tea.
No.
It's fantastic.
It's just ready to go to work.
Yeah.
It's only seven alphas, but
but
there's plenty there.
That's where and remember, we were only going for 8.5 IBUs in this beer.
It's so light.
It's so light.
Basically, you want it down here so that the kids can have it also, right?
Yeah,
Everybody in town gets at it.
It's like here's a little bitterness, but it's going to be cut even in half because we're going to put lemonade in this.
Eric, the drink is a metaphor. Yeah. Like, that's what you have to take away from this.
Yeah.
Now, how much was it? How much of this Hallertau?
0.15.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's not a
just
lot.
a tiny touch
bit.
right at the end. It'll burst in there.
Yep.
And then we'll draw it off.
Exactly.
All right.
And that's it. That's how simple this beer is.
This bad boy. Okay. Get this screen on there.
Mm-hmm. And the moment of truth has
God damn it, you're already there, Josh? You're already...
you
animal.
I
can put it for me.
that's amazing.
So you can prepare. All right, you ready?
Well, how do you feel? I mean, this is your chance at redemption. This is your redemption song.
So before it was like, we were like 3 or 4 deep.
4 deep. Minimum 4 deep.
Excellent performance.
Right in.
Effortless performance.
Yes.
See, that's it. Not only was it incredible to watch.
Yeah.
But it just seemed natural, right? It just seemed like a normal occurrence. There wasn't anything outre. It was very, very much it was a communion of man and machine.
Oh, so you're saying it's a melding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Of your mind with its body.
Well, yeah. I mean, basically, we became one.
Yeah. We became one.
Through the process. Yeah. And there's no reason to believe that won't be happening again today. And I want to, Chad, listen, I want to take a moment. This is it's going to happen for us. Like, this is...
Oh, so now you're bringing this in.
Yeah,
You're almost putting half the blame on the channel now.
Well, no, it's not about the blame. I'm saying that because there's not going to be any blame because it's going to go in exactly right.
Sure.
What I'm saying is I invite them
to
into
join
the
experience with you
on the winner's podium.
I love it.
Right?
Let's see what happens.
I just really nothing left.
Stop stalling.
What the? Nothing left really, but to just get it. Just get it on this post, you know?
All right. Moment of truth.
Oh, painless.
Is it?
No, hang on. I got a call.
Is it Annie?
Hello? Yeah. I'm just getting the, I'm just putting the step filter in now. Yeah, I don't see any reason why anything is going to go wrong, future Jerry. Oh, it goes right in, no problem? Oh, that really sets me at ease. I mean, you never, right. You never know how it's going to go. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I'll be you soon. So, all right. Thanks. I'll see you around. Sorry about that. It's just I got a call. No, that didn't work out.
That's. I mean.
Future Jerry lied to me. Why would you lie, future Jerry?
Huh. You know, when you're lying to yourself, is that a?
God damn it.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Thank you, Liliana. Thank you. Well, actually, I do have a real call now. It's Eric Benson. What?
You fucked up.
No, listen. That's hurtful and you know it. No. Let's see. Summer Gold.
Yes, Summer Gold.
Back at it. Okay. Now, what did you bring us?
Future Jerry is getting revenge for everything you've done to him? Damn.
I say, Wells, that's hurtful.
Damn.
All right, now, I'll put these products elsewhere.
So we've got a lot of cool stuff.
Hook it up.
Today we're brewing a Weiss beer, so I brought in a Weiss beer to taste.
Oh, here, now break that down for them.
But, you mean the
word, yeah.
Oh, Weiss wheat beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys got that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, it's a German wheat beer, and this is what half of Summer Gold is going to be before we figure out what we're going to cut it with.
Yeah, what delicious juices.
Delights.
But I'm saying that like it's starting to warm up real nice.
Oh yeah,
this could be a situation we may have to do the remote camera thing, Josh. we can just go out into the bright sun, and sip on it in the proper context.
I think that's only proper.
All right,
Get a
all
deck
right.
somewhere. But I also brought us a Belgian double because Ryan's beer,
to warm us up.
Yeah, I wanted us to taste what a Belgian was going to taste like.
Right.
Because Long Rest is finally done.
Right.
I didn't want to bring it in this week because it hasn't been fully carbonated.
So usually, how long does it take you to carbonate something for the show? Because this is good info for brewers out there.
It depends on how you want to do it. You can gradually carbonate it over a week.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
7
the
days
normal
at about 6 to 7, maybe up to 10 psi.
Exactly. So what he means by that is that you're basically going to attach the beer. You're going to attach the keg to the same system you would use to serve it from, and then the amount of CO2 from the tank that you use to push it out and into the glass, that's the same system you use to carbonate it.
Yep.
Right?
But you can also force carbonate it.
You can.
And that is at
so
22
you have
PSI.
to have a single swinging bulb.
Yeah.
You have to interrogate the beer.
Nightly.
You have to get
for
answers.
4 days. 4 days you berate this beer.
But it's faster than that, right?
No. Well, yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
So the standard forced carbonation is about 4 days at 22 psi, or 3 to 4 days at 22 psi. You can, if you want, crank it up to 30, and you'll get it done in about a day,
and go
day and a
nuts.
half. Yeah.
So would you say that there is something about the texture you can determine? It's a little bit harsher, right?
Yeah, there's actually,
Is there a term?
Yeah, there's a terminal. It's not carbonation burn, but if you carbonate it too quick, it can almost taste acidic.
Definitely. That's quite true.
Yeah.
And you can see that sort of, that cast is there in like sparkling waters and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
There can be that sort of treble note to it.
But the beer we brewed for Ryan, the Long Rest, is so good. I didn't want to screw it up, and I didn't want to serve it undercarbonated because it's that good.
Okay, so tell me what you mean. Like, tell me about why it was good, just as a preview for next week. Because generally speaking, like that's a pretty, like it's called Long Rest for a reason.
Yeah.
Usually the beers that we serve, it's going to be 3 weeks or a month max.
Yeah, this has been aging for about 3 months. It's a Belgian double, and what it is you're going to get a lot of fruity ester taste coming off of it, and because we've aged it so long, it's a 12% beer.
Oh, that's right. It's actually a fucking hammer.
But it tastes like a 7% beer because we aged it.
Because it rested.
Yeah.
And what that does is it allows it to integrate. It's the same reason why with Holly's beer, let's say,
exactly.
Or the best example would probably be, out of the beers that we've done, I think the best example is probably Doomgate Dark Wine.
Yeah, absolutely. That was just wonderful. I mean, we aged that for, I think, what was it, 2 months maybe?
It was longer than that.
Yeah.
Doomgate was months.
Because it was
months.
a barley wine, so we aged it for a long time.
And it was north of 12.
Easily.
But
it was 13.
Yeah, but out of the glass, you would never know.
Until about 15 minutes later, then you actually know.
Yeah, and the person who is running the corner store that you're robbing also knows.
Yeah.
They know right away.
Yeah.
They can tell.
But
from the violence.
But yeah, well, naturally.
But
Long Rest is in that same vein where it's 12%, but it's going to taste like a 7% because we've aged it for so long. It's become so smooth.
Exactly. We've taken good care of it.
Yeah, and it's crystal clear. All the proteins have dropped out. Yeah. It's beautiful. It looks gorgeous.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, and it was funny because I was talking to Ryan. I'm like, I don't want to, like, I'm overhyping this now because I can't stop talking about it.
Yeah, but that's actually, you do not overhype.
Yeah.
Like, I would say that my experience, and we've been doing this for almost a fucking year now, right?
Yeah.
But my experience is that if anything, you undersell and you're super hard on it. Like with the dragon fruit one, the pale imitation.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
That was a fantastic beer.
Yeah.
But it didn't line up with some expectation that you had about it.
Yeah.
And so you were like doing damage control.
Yeah.
Like you do not come out, you do damage control. You don't come out and oversell shit.
Yeah, I'm my own worst critic, I think, at this point.
Yeah, but if you anytime you get good at something, that's always the danger.
Yeah.
So where are we going here?
I think we need to go here first because this made me cry.
What is it?
Somebody sent this in, and I don't know who.
Are they beer gummies?
Beer gummies. This is a dream. There's a pale ale.
We're living the dream.
And a stout.
Open them up.
Like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen, and probably most dangerous because I'm going to eat all these gummies.
You won't. You won't be able to.
Yeah, I know, because you're going to get them.
You're going to fight. You're going to fight with another grown man.
About gummies.
Oh my gosh.
This is the cool. Like,
but look at the beautiful.
They're adorable.
Now this is a head retention.
Yeah,
motherfucker. This has got
somebody
the head up on there.
sang these gummies.
That's awesome.
They're good.
No, Tradius, it's good. Thank you, Francine Goes Boom. No, they have like a weird, like hoppy tang. That is so good.
That is the cool. What the?
That's dumb. Here, open up.
Who? Oh, Zeno. Thank you.
Zeno. These are beast. Very, very well done. No, so Lestat, are you saying that?
Whoa!
Are you saying that Sugarfina has a range of quality products? What?
That's crazy, right? That's like coffee, stout, and gummy.
That's quite good.
Yeah. So
that is surprisingly good.
Ready to go?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, yeah. Beer is good. Candy is good. Thanks for coming. Great show
we're
today.
good, yeah. We're gonna take some time and
I need that bottle opener, Mon Frere.
yeah, keep your hands on that. I'm gonna keep my hands on these gummies.
Here. No. I'm gonna let this warm up for a little bit.
You need to sing.
Oh no, I know that we need to sing, but what we need most of all right now is we need a good song for this. These precious grains, right? How can we let these grains I'm open to suggestions, certainly.
Carry on my Greyward son.
Carry on my grainward son. It's kind of high.
Summer breeze.
It's kind of high, but I can try.
Summer breeze is good. Thank you, Demetrios.
Make me feel fine.
These are amazing.
Dude, this is marvelous.
Yeah, look at that. That's a fantastic color.
Right, so it's a combination of the wheat. This is what we're pulling out of this, right?
Yeah,
it's a combination of the wheat and the Belgian yeast.
Yep.
So you're basically what you get is what you would describe before as the fruity esters, which is another way of saying that this type of yeast just goes crazy in there.
Yeah, and especially
like an American ale yeast is an American ale yeast because it just does its work and gets the fuck out.
yeah.
Belgian yeast, not the same.
No, totally
Belgian
different.
yeast, like, trashes the hotel room, right?
Very much so. And another thing you guys can do when you're pouring one of these is a lot of the
sediment.
Sediment is on the bottom, and you can what you're told to do is shake it up like this, and then pour it in there.
Well, it's supposed to be cloudy, right?
Yeah, for the full experience.
Right here. So let's get at this. Yeah, it's just so bright and warm, right?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So what is that sharp bit in the middle? Like in the middle of the profile? Is that a part of the yeast process?
Probably.
Or is it just that wheat character?
No, I don't think it's the wheat's right at the front. You know, you get that sweet wheat.
Yeah, it's broad.
Yeah. That's probably an ester from the yeast itself.
Yeah. That's marvelous. Let's see.
Wow,
Yeah. Listen, everything is great. That's what I just figured out. It's all good.
You know what's even better? You got some stuff to your left.
There's no problem. What's down here? What is somebody...
That giant box of goodies.
Like
I'm just trying to point them away so I can see more of these.
Is this a Christmas thing? Oh, hey, to Jerry Holkins, a.k.a. Jerriford K. Horkins, a.k.a. Vitamin J. Oh, so this is someone who knows the channel.
Oh, yeah.
Eric Benson, a.k.a. Notorious EJB, a.k.a. Azerbaijan. Surströmming, henceforth only to be referred to as the incident. Please accept these gifts as my penance. I submit myself to the Amber Council should additional restitution be required. In this package, you will find pork jerky.
Yeah.
That was seasoned with my proprietary spice rub.
Son of a bitch, what?
And dried over cherry wood. Oh, I see. I wasn't aware that was a process. Left dry over cherry wood for 4 hours. Some sauce samples to be used as you see fit and offerings from Victory Brewing.
Excuse me?
This is from St. Brian.
St. Brian.
Oh, man.
What?
Solène Saison. So there's no more beers being designed today.
No, yeah, we're good.
We're just going to keep going crazy.
Feel free to crack one and drink with us as we just go down this rabbit hole.
But here, hold on.
Yeah, I heard there was jerky in there.
So here's the jerky. Here's some spice rubs.
What? What? Well, we're cooking this weekend.
Man.
What is
St. Brian, listen.
Is that the jerky or is that
this is the jerky. Dude, we did the surströmming thing because we thought you would find it funny. Like, you didn't have to pay us to do it.
Like, we're dumb. We'll just do that.
Yeah, that's the normal. Yeah. That's Tuesday for me.
Bit, yeah.
That's fine. But hold on, what is this crowler here?
That is from New Belgium, who sent that in for us.
Really?
Yep. And they sent us in two. One exploded. And this is the remainder.
Yeah. Well, this is really, really interesting. So more and more sort of like tasting rooms have access to something like this now, in the same way that you might have a bottled crimper if you had brewed a batch and then you were trying to store it for seasoning. There's a lot of places, and apparently New Belgium is in that continuum.
Yeah, that's great.
Where they can basically pour you a massive 32-ounce can.
So cool.
And then seal the top of it right on pour. So it's, generally speaking, I've heard these called crowlers. I don't know how I feel about this neologism, but I'm trying to make the best of it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make the best of it. St. Brian, thank you so much for these treasures. We will put them to good use.
Thank you, New Belgium. Here in the chat. That's awesome.
Goodness gracious. But how did it come to be? I'm just saying, like, how did this cool thing? I guess we've been at it for about a year.
Yeah, about a year, and you know, we get gummy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like in the same way, like if you've been married for like 50 years, it's like you get some gold or something.
Yeah, it's like your silver anniversary or your diamond anniversary.
So we have to establish. New rituals in today's atomized society. Everybody is trying to find a place to lay anchor. Right.
We don't want diamonds anymore. I want gummies.
No. So if you have been running a brewing show on Twitch, not for a full year, but about a year.
About a year. Your about a year anniversary?
Yeah. Then you get some gummy candies based around beer.
Yeah.
So
put that in the books.
Start your brewing show today, because
in about a year, you'll get some gummies.
You're gonna get. You can't have these. These are ours, but you can get some other ones. Okay. So this wheat beer is quite good.
Yeah, it's really, really
very
good.
Sweet. There just isn't anything wrong with it.
No,
like it's just again, like
it's a classic wheat beer,
and that's good too.
Yeah,
like it's good to be able to have the mark.
Yeah, it's a great barometer of where that style should be.
Exactly. I think you calibrate your brewery with a beverage like this.
Yeah, totally. Right? But this is essentially what Summer Gold is going. In color, it's going to be a little lighter.
It's going to be lighter because that's the choice we made.
That's the choice we made. Yeah.
And there's going to be juice.
Exactly.
Right.
But other than that, the IBUs are going to be about the same, and I think it's right around the same. It's about the same ABV. So
it just sparkles. Like it's just a very, very good. It's good for mouths. Put it right in there. Don't leave it over here. Get it in the craw. So tell me about a double. What does the term double mean in this context?
It's talking about several different things, but a lot of it has to do with ABV, the alcohol content.
Oh, really?
It's going to be high. Usually they're going to be higher in alcohol content.
Is it like a secondary fermentation type thing? Is that what it is?
Well, and you're going to age it for longer, right?
It's just going to be older.
Yeah, this is not going to be done in a standard 3-week period for an ale. Even though it is still used or fermented at room temperature, it's going to be fermented for much, much longer.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
No, so I had a friend who had made like a cherry wine or something like that, and then he had gone through like multiple fermentations of the same stock. Is that something that you can do with beers? Like,
absolutely.
Would you add more for the yeast to eat and give it a good stir?
No, what you do is, so there's usually primary, secondary, and tertiary fermentation.
Okay.
And they all represent 3 different, obviously, stages in the process.
Right.
Most ales will get a primary and possibly a secondary fermentation. There's argument within, it's like one of those age-old arguments of...
but when we say age-old argument, I suspect this is like more than 1 century old.
Actually, no. It's only like since homebrewing. Well,
really?
There's always been homebrewing, right? But it probably does have history, some history dating back.
Right.
But the concept of most ales don't have to have a secondary fermentation.
Oh, they just
because you're not sitting on the trub or the trub long enough for it to affect anything because it's only 3 weeks.
Right.
So some people just keep it on in primary, or some people take the wort or the fermenting beer off and put it into a secondary fermenter for clarification and because we're, nerds about it.
Yeah.
So it's wherever you fall on that spectrum of the argument.
Well, it really depends on like how much you like slime.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. How do you feel about slime?
I mean, we know that you enjoy beer.
Yeah.
Would you like your beer to rest on a throne of rotting slime? And how long would you like it to rest there?
I mean, how do you do you feel it's appropriate for your beer to do so?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, are you a good human being if you do that? I don't know.
I think that you do know. I think that you do have an opinion.
I absolutely do, but I'm not going to influence the channel either way in your homebrew practices. But
so
do a
if
secondary fermentation. I mean, what?
If you've ever been to a brew pub tasting room type spot, and you see the big fermenter, and then you see that it has that conical section at the bottom.
Yep.
That's where the goo we're talking about collects. And in a fermenter like that, my understanding is that you can actually. The reason for that is that you don't have to like draw it off and put it somewhere else. You just get that shit out of there.
Dump it right out the bottom. And a lot, if you go to like homebrew shops or online shops, you'll see that now they've miniaturized those for a home brewer.
Really?
You can get a steel,
like a baby one?
Yeah, baby steel conical fermenter. They're usually about $500 for I think it's like a 12 to 15 gallon fermenter, and it has the same properties. You can just dump the trub out right from the bottom.
Right.
So you don't even have to do any racking for secondaries.
And then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
With that slime.
Yeah.
You can chastise the slime. That's what I do. Hey,
I mean, well, that's your Sunday. That's like your Sunday afternoon, right?
Why do you have these properties?
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing I say to the slime. Right here. So we need.
You need to.
I gotta love.
Love.
Yeah. I have to love these grains.
All they need is love.
All they need is love. But how do I know that I'm giving them? How do I know that I'm giving them the song
that they need today
of their heart? Right.
I mean, look into your heart.
Yeah.
It could be calling to you.
Here we go.
Listen to your heart. That's what.
You ready?
No. Get it. Just go.
Let's see if it works.
I think it will. Hey, what's that?
All right. So grains, listen. Maybe this is like the breakdown part in the middle of the song.
Yeah. It's like,
hey, grains.
Hey, grains.
Yeah, no, I just gotta sign up. Hey, grains. Listen, maybe I haven't always been there for you.
It's turned into a genuine video.
No, exactly. But grains, listen.
Genuine? You don't know who Genuine is?
Exactly. It's like, grains, listen. I know that things haven't always been right between us. I know sometimes I haven't rubbed the basket that contains you, in the specific amount of time the channel wants, even though they have gone out of their way to use Featherweight's great icons. Sometimes I haven't been there for you. But that's going to change right now. I'm going to apply the rub, obviously, directly. Thanks, Lisa. I'm going to apply the rub, but I'm also going to sing. And I'm going to sing, obviously, from my mouth.
Well, good call. It's a good call.
But also from my heart. All right, Grains, this one's for you. Listen to your heart, really? Okay, this is. If this is awful, you need to understand whose fault this is. All right? Here we go. Let's see, ahem. Listen to your heart when he's calling for you. Listen to your heart. Nothing else you can do. I don't know where you're going, and I don't know why. Listen to your heart before you tell him goodbye. All right, Grains. One left. All right. What is this? Is this respectful? I don't know if it is. All right. Honestly, I don't know if it is. So let's take a look at this double here. Let's see what the situation is.
Let's get it.
See, this is the best part, is that this one's it's a little interactive.
Yeah, you got some things to play around with.
Yeah.
You can poke an eye out.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong right here.
I'm going to give it a twist.
I could have shaken it up. You don't know. You were singing to the grains.
I'm going to give it a twist like Chubby Checker.
Mm-hmm.
Fruit Loops and 2 scoops.
Whew.
And make it a double-decker.
That's where...
Well, you're not down with DOS effects?
I didn't say anything.
They snap a neck for some live effects. I don't know if you're familiar. All right. So the main thing I know about this style is rich, dark, sweet, syrupy body.
Yeah.
That's and often spice.
And yeah, Belgians have what we call, the legs. This is where you're gonna see. It's called a Belgian lace.
Oh! Is that? I always thought that was a function of the head.
Yeah, well, and the alcohol content.
It's
much like you judge a wine by the legs that it has as they run as it.
Yeah,
runs
it's
down.
an index.
Same scenario.
Okay, give that a try. We can always get more. There's no shame in it. Okay. Take a look here. That is
Great, right?
massive. Like, I would describe this aroma as physically solid.
Yeah.
As something that might need to be
wade
cut
through. Yeah. Like you could actually pull yourself through the scent.
You need like a hazmat suit.
Yeah.
Woo. Wild.
Now, what's really cool, have you heard of Omin?
Yeah, of course.
This is a brewery that is about 45 minutes away from my hometown, so we used to go up there all the time.
What? But I thought for sure it was foreign. I thought for sure it was a Belgian.
No, Cooperstown, New York.
Really?
Yeah, Baseball Hall of Fame, same town.
That's
Yeah.
That's new information.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot.
Things you need to know.
We're all learning. But
There's not a lot to do in small towns, so this is what we got.
This is not anywhere near as sweet as I expected.
No.
Usually there's a lot of residual sugars just as a function of that process.
Yeah.
This actually has more of like a classic ale taste with the rest of the body.
You can get those fruity esters, throughout the beer itself as you're drinking it.
And there's like a toasted caramel thing at the top. This is a pretty this is Omegong's Abbey Ale Double. That's a pretty striking version of the form. I don't hate it, but it is definitely its own.
Yeah, it's its own beast.
It is its own approach. Jeez. All right, man. Well, hey, listen. How do you feel about crafting
No, just keep drinking.
a classic new beverage? Listen, Porque no los dos, mon frere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's do this.
Yeah. So what we need right now is a good hook. I'll see Lestat's a fan as well.
Yep, love it.
What we need is some tender hooks, right?
Yes.
Like we want to go in there and offer up
Choices.
some
solid
RP concepts that are really, really good. Gosh, okay, so there's a couple of different things.
What are you thinking?
Well, did you see Omin's letter to
It was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Evelyn?
Yep.
There might be something in that.
Okay.
If there might be something in that.
Let's call it love letter.
On that ship. Yeah. I mean, basically, it's like there's a lot of support for this ship, and I want to try to deliver on it at the maximum level.
On all fronts.
Right. So it might be, but let's wait and see if Omin gets a letter back first, and then if that happens,
then we know it's there's a connection.
Then let's invest.
I like it.
Exactly right. But where else do we want to?
What other avenues can we go?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's think about it this way. Do we want to make it a C team beer or an A team beer?
We'll let them pick.
Yeah, I like that.
And then we'll just drill.
I think that's neat.
And then we'll just drill farther down.
Get the Zymatic up here.
So when you put the beer name in, do you put the character in there as well?
No, but
I'm not sure that we did. I can't remember if we did a Morgaine beer or not.
We haven't.
Yeah, I mean, I know sort of what I would do, but we've used that spicy Saison a couple times.
We were talking about waiting for her to come on because she had mentioned it.
And that's how it should be. Because we talked to her a bunch at East.
Yeah.
Most of the people that get on there, when we reveal that part and parcel of becoming a part of this bizarre project,
it's like
is that it's entirely possible that you might have several gallons of beer made for your character.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a nice value add.
That's how it's pitched Omin's, like what's Omin's private stock? Like if he had
Yeah, exactly. What does he do?
more grain, nice.
More grain. Oh, that's
nice.
A+.
Butter knife.
It's A+. Now, there is quite a vortex.
Yeah, a vortex.
Diana, yowza. Look at this. Dude, Revealo. Revealo.
Liliana, we already did a Pat Rothfuss BS beer. It's called Unwarranted Advantage.
And it's not bad.
It's actually, no, it was really good.
That was the Goza,
That was the
right?
Goza.
Oof. Yeah, the Goza that we made is easily my favorite.
Hartman, do you want your beer served next week?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, you need to fucking be strategic about this shit, dog. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, one of Omin's sisters. Excellent idea.
Oh, that's a really great idea. Oh, Percival.
Oh,
That's a great
Percival
idea.
Dark Magic.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. What about Omin as a masked lord? That's a cool idea.
Yes. Yeah, Percival Dark Magic.
Jeff, no Magic de-alcohol beer. Yes, we're actually going to make a soda for Jeff.
Yep.
We were at the brew shop brewing on last Saturday, and you can go to your local brew shop and just get soda
Just get
extracts.
regular kits.
But what was really cool, and I never thought about it this way, is they made a raspberry lime beer. So they combined two different syrups, and it was absolutely delicious.
Oh yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It's just,
It's like, why not? You're just pouring two different mixes
It's
in.
just sweet. Let's see. Chippy. Does Chippy get a bear? Could be. Could be. It's just, is this?
Oh, Sebastian. Yeah. Look at that vortex.
Yeah. Because that's what it's called.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Owl beer.
That's good.
I like that.
Brianish, we did an airship. We did the Red Zeppelin.
Yes, it's quite good.
Fermentation.
The Goblin friend from the first season Challenger is
Splug.
Is Splug.
Yeah, we haven't made a Splug.
Yeah, a beer for goblins.
Holy shit. That's a great idea.
There we go. So there's some cool choices in there. You can poke around in there, see what you think. Thwips gang, yeah, I'm gonna move into the Star Wars. We have not heard from Will. He sort of stepped away from drinking, right?
I'm not sure. I think we have an email into him. So we're just waiting to hear back.
Yes, Sam Hotep, you are right on it. That is correct. Yeah, last G'day. Goblin beer. Oh, that's exactly right. Yep. If we did Percival, it's got to be sour.
Oh, yeah, that's a Splug glug.
Well, the tracking take careful notes. I mean, make sure you write down Splug glug.
Yeah.
Ryan Hartman is great. Thank you so much for.
Jeff should be called the 6-pack. Nice.
Oh, that's really good.
That's really good.
No, Wolfen, I am in agreement here. I think a sour beer for Percival would be exquisite. Mm-hmm. Exquisite. But it's looking to me, my friends, as though Splug has run away with it.
God, what the hell would be a goblin
what do
beer?
you need? Is it going to be a Groot? Probably.
You think?
Well, yeah. Do you trust a goblin to hop? Choose the right hops?
Yeah, that's true.
They're going to put handfuls of fucking bugs in this thing. Like, that's how it's going to go.
Right?
It's going to be like 20% bug.
Yeah.
All right, so the first thing... Oh, thank you, Roomba. Hey, so the first thing we need to do...
Let's figure out what... So we'll put Groot down as one choice.
Yeah, exactly.
So Groot is a beer without hops in it.
And it's a cool-looking word. Yeah. So a Groot... I like the idea that it's something they just make down there.
Yeah.
Like in some weird alcove Like in the dungeon, like it used to be part of a fountain, and now they just make this fucking awful shit.
There's a stalactite just dripping
some mineral-rich
down
water
into
It's a sort of thing like kombucha, where it's like a continuous fermentation thing. So they can take a glass of it and drink it, but then the rest of the time it's just still kind of working.
Absolutely. What's another? I would have said a wit beer, but we're brewing one right now.
Yeah, we are. Something that's weird. Something on the...
We've done a rye PA.
Absolutely. Yeah, and my thinking is that a Groot would be interesting, but they're going to be the ones that determine which one of these styles we investigate.
Think about a Kolsch. I feel like goblins would make a piss beer.
It'd be simple. Yeah, exactly. It'd be simple, right? So tell me about Kolsch.
Kolsch, it's a lot like a Pilsner where it's very clean, it's crisp, but you have some subtle fruit and hop characteristics to it.
Really?
Yeah. So whereas a pale is not going to be that fruity, this is going to be bitter and fruity, but still very crisp and clean.
Is it on account of the yeast?
The yeast.
Is it as the esters? Is that where the fruit taste come from? Okay.
Yep.
Groot and Kolsch, these are both really interesting. And the fact that it's subtle, I think, is okay. It just can't be too craft.
No.
Right?
It has to be like this weird...
It can't be too craft. It'd be fun to have a third choice, but if we can't come up with one, two's fine.
You might have to sing again, because that just straight up said...
Detecting Ethan? No, it will resume brewing if it stops like that. Luckily.
Have we done a blonde ale?
Yes, I believe so. As part of something else, I think.
I was going to say, because I know we did a...
Here, so what we should... but it's also cool if we choose another basic style.
Yeah.
And just use interesting additions.
We could just do a regular pale, like a straight pale ale, and then get some crazy additions.
No, exactly. And then goose it with weird strats, right?
That could be really fun.
What?
Like exactly what you said, like as a goblin ale.
Yeah.
They would just take something normal and just blow it to hell. Like just really gunk it up.
Yeah. That is a good setup. All right, so take a look at that. Remember, Groot is a beer that is brewed without hops. Kolsch is in the Pilsnerian continuum, subtle fruit and hop. And then a pale ale, we know what that is. That's a pretty standard style, but it's going to be how we spin it that defines it in this context. But I feel like pale ale is not going to win. That's my feeling. Just looking at the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a Groot.
What made you think that?
The
pale ale wouldn't win.
This inverse staircase of democracy.
That's what pointed it out to you.
Yeah, yeah. I was drawn right in.
Yeah, it was very tough to figure out.
Yeah, exactly. Scary, crazy. But beer without hops is the kind of fuck up a goblin would make, but it is an authentic style.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dragon Breath, I completely agree that they would try to recreate it, but I think that they would try to. And I think that they may not 100% understand the order of operations in this thing.
I don't know if I understand the order of operations of Groot, so let's figure it out.
Is it in there? Like, is it even in Beersmith?
No.
Oh, geez. Beer before hops.
Very
except after C.
Well, that's how I always learned it.
Yeah, it is a Groot. Yeah, Challenger 100%. It often has other tastes.
Yeah, look at this herbal mixtures. That's fantastic.
Exactly, because it's basically about spicing it, right? It's like,
oh, this could be.
How do you arrive at a flavor profile without like the fundamental tool of assessing flavor profile?
Mugwort, ground ivy.
Oh,
heather,
man, Amy would...
juniper berry, ginger,
so
caraway.
Pleased. Amy would be so pleased if she were here. She would love this type of shit because this is witchy as hell.
Yeah, this is really cool.
So purely about like spicing and like almost food tier spicing.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is quite the vortex.
Oh, it's coming back. Look at that thing.
All right, so we came on top with that Groot.
Okay,
that grew it.
Let's hit it.
So now the malt bill is even more important.
Oh, well, what's very interesting is this is, it's German in nature, so we're going to use Pilsner, Pale, and Munich style and Vienna malts.
Oh, so the base malts are actually still the classic styles?
Yep, absolutely.
Huh.
Because it was used for trekking through the German mountain ranges. So we will make this. Let's see what we got here. We'll use the German Pils as a base to where we want to go with the beer.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, we don't have to really talk about IBUs with this because we're not adding hops.
No, because it doesn't exist in this style, right?
Yeah. So ABV, what do we want to make our ABV?
How tough is this son of a bitch?
This can be our own choosing.
Exactly. Like this really is up to us. And then also keep in mind that goblins are very small. They don't need a whole lot.
Or do they? Maybe they're fortified.
Honestly, I don't know anything about goblin biology. I'm just saying, there's some rules of thumb. But let's see what it is. I would say that I'd say we want to start this thing. Well, goblins aren't going to fuck with less than 5.
Right. You don't think so?
No.
You don't think they're like a 4.5 crowd where...
Well, 4.5 is one thing. I'm saying let's start at
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 is the ceiling.
Maybe they use a beer for the rocket fuel. Yeah, that's probably true.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, for them, who knows with their weird... I'm going to do 5, 7.5, and 10.
Sure.
So who knows with their weird... Maybe they have some weird-ass little organ.
Yeah, like...
You know what I mean? Like maybe they got some bizarre thing in there that strains out this... You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, like they're able to just...
Yeah. They'll drink... They can
absorb it, and
they can just drink and eat
it,
whatever.
I like it. Oh, man, everybody's going for the 7.5. Very cool.
It's a little bit late there.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
I got the preview.
Oh, interesting.
Dude, the stouts are too good.
Right? The stouts are really good.
They don't make
gummies like this.
They do.
Goblins are liver wreckers. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, but it's like if you actually like...
If a dwarf can drink it, goblins drink it better?
Maybe,
yeah.
It's all underground weirdos, right?
That's what you're going with?
Yeah.
It's all underground weirdos?
I mean, God only knows, like that little belly, that little goblin belly, maybe the whole organism is just designed to be able to eat or drink anything to survive, right?
I like it. Oh, this is such an amazing beer. So we're going to have a ton of different choices when it comes to ingredients, when it comes to yeast. You can make it sour. You can make it like a Kolsch. You can actually use a Kolsch yeast strain.
Well, exactly. Like
for this beer.
Because
like, this is fantastic.
It's all going to come down to what type of spin we want to put on it.
Right.
In the absence of a hop.
Yeah.
Right? So this is something you can make just underground.
This is really, really neat. Okay.
Right? Wild card, I treasure you. Yeah, you know what though? It's right now it's 30 for 10 and 33 for 3. I'm going to let this roll for another 15, 20 seconds.
See where we're at.
Well, just because I think it's close, and if people need to know that it's that for one thing, democracy is real. It's true. Second of all, it really is close enough that they could actually move it if they felt like it was important.
God, I feel like Splug is a no-bog.
That no-bog zone?
Fucking...
All right.
No-bogs are great.
It is very close.
Wow.
Almost time to push.
Wow, that flipped a little. Huh?
I know. Almost time to activate the device.
Dun.
I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to count to 10, and we're going to see.
You got this. 7 and 8. 7.5.
Oh no, dude!
All right.
The 7.5 army
Came in at the last minute.
What's the most intense, most disciplined army? 7.5 is very, very strong.
Solid.
Absolutely rock solid base. Oh, what a great scent.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Look at look at it draining out right now.
Look at this color. It's already like a unfiltered, like fresh lemonade color.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens when we cut this with
in the glass.
Yeah.
It's going to be real good. Hey, no, so
let's talk about
next step.
Color.
Next step.
Where do we want our color to fall on this chart?
Right, because we can do whatever we want.
You can do whatever you want with this beer. This is really cool. So what would a goblin brew?
Indeed. Color. I mean, the reality, right, is that underground, they may not really know what color it is. So keep that in mind. It may not be an aesthetic choice.
That's a good point.
It may not be an aesthetic choice at all. But in terms of SRM, the world really is our oyster.
Yeah.
5 has that savory goblin piss sort of color.
That's essentially what I go to when I'm thinking about a goblin.
Right?
Whereas like a 28 or a 29 kind of just reminds me of, a cave in a sense, and if we went like 36, it's the dark depths.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like puddle water.
Yeah.
Right? So I say 5 is your low one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give you, you know what we'll do? We'll just do 5, 15, 25, 35.
That's great. God, we should save that for later. I love the thought of doing an Omin private stock. Like, I feel like that would be
an interesting way to explore the character.
Well, we've only really done one Omin beer, right? Which was War Priest.
We've got 3 and War Priest is one of our best.
Yeah. And that was the first one we ever did.
The very first one. Yeah. So I feel like inside this range, there's a bunch of good choices. 25 definitely sits in a sort of mucky.
Yeah.
It's mucky. It isn't like
it's wildly appropriate, right?
Mud, but it is enough of a dark color to make one wonder what it is designed to obscure.
Yeah.
Right? Is the opacity, comfort? Right?
Could be. That has actually been done by breweries before.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Like Buck Rogers, thanks, Omin Dran. Buck Rogers, I love the idea that, like I say, there's just this wrecked fountain. Like it used to be like an aqueduct thing, like down in this dungeon. They used to have this fountain that sort of ran, and now it runs like just enough to stay full.
Yeah.
But I can see a situation where they kill somebody and they just put them in
put them right in, and it just drops down.
Exactly. They just put them in the. They just put them in the.
It's good flavoring.
Just put them in the fountain.
I mean, what imagine the effect of an arm.
It's normal.
Yeah, it would taste great.
Exactly. Very savory.
Brew for the brew.
Yeah, nihilist, also a bath.
Yeah, also a bath. I mean,
why not?
The world is our oyster here.
Okay, so 25.
So let's go 25. Okay,
very healthy.
Which is great because that's all we have to worry about for this beer.
Oh, that's right here. But I'll get a notepad up just to make sure. No.
25 SRM. Fire. Goblins probably don't clarify their beer.
That's my suspicion.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb there.
7.5 ABV, 25 SRM.
So,
I love it.
This is great. So here's our first big choice. Do we want to use a pale malt, like a pale ale, a 2-row, and make it dry, clean, and crisp to start? Or do we want to use a Munich malt, which is going to be more toffee, biscuity, doughy in flavor?
It's a Munich?
Yep.
Biscuity, toasty. Yep, and so this is going to make up the ground floor of this beverage.
Yeah, this is really cool.
What's going to be interesting for me is that we had a Groot, and it was good, and I was blown away by your ability to assess what was wrong with it. Wrong, of course.
Well, that's just because we love hoppy beers, right? Like,
Yes, we do.
like we just automatically know, like, oh, here we go.
It's one of the 4 ingredients
Yeah.
of a beer.
Yeah.
Right? But we'll be able to put together the spine of this thing, knowing what it's missing,
Yeah.
and hopefully coming up with something really cool. Yeah. Listen, the people have motherfucking spoken
Wow.
on this.
This is amazing. Like, these are very...
Exactly, but they don't want clean and crisp here. Like, they want this to be rich and soupy.
Absolutely.
Because the Munich malt also gives a kick-ass body.
And what we want this to be, we want this to have a silky and creamy mouthfeel in texture.
Yeah, exactly. From all those adventurer boots
Right?
in the bottom of the fountain.
All those adventurer chucks.
Yeah,
You know, just
that have begun to break down, right? And they impart a very special texture.
when I want to taste an Adidas, I go for a Goblin.
Oh yeah, that's
Goblin
the
ale, like done.
that's the only choice.
Yeah, quite literally.
Here we go. So we're gonna
So we're going with Munich.
Munich for the base.
So that's the base. We're going to cut the base a little bit, and
Yeah.
the choice is going to be with either a Pilsner, like a Bavarian or German Pilsner, which is going to make it sweeter in taste, or we're going to actually just add the pale malt to up the ABV and give us cut the Munich a little.
Exactly, but it isn't designed to confer any particular flavor.
No, it's just there to add more to the base.
Yeah.
So where the Belgian Pilsner will make it sweeter.
Yeah, and that's basically on top of the existing digestive biscuit vibe.
Yep, totally. Oh, this is neat.
Yeah, that's rare.
I was wondering if everybody was going to go sweeter on this, or if they're just going to leave it.
No,
let it be.
but honestly, I would say that this is something that's happened more the longer we've done this show.
Oh, Cookie Mom has a good idea, a good phrase there. Splug doesn't really remind you of a sweet.
Certainly, Splug has not gotten more sweet
Yeah, that's true.
as time has passed. But I would say that the longer we've been doing it, the more often they make choices to retain previous votes.
Yeah.
Which I think is curatorial, and I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Excellent work.
Yes, indubitably. Splug has only gotten extremely salty. Yes.
Yeah, we gotta get that goza.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hint of
Oh,
cherry.
a hint of cherry. That could be fun. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
When we come back in and we start thinking about the type of hot shit we can do with the hop cages. Because nothing in there, that mesh is so fine, nothing in there is getting out. Think about the type of stuff we can put in there that is not a hop,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh.
That is just AT or
Yep, absolutely.
something else. Hey, so it is pale malt, mon frere,
Okay, so here's what's going to
for
be.
the rest of that build.
Yeah, so now we get to play around a little.
Yeah.
If we want to add another grain, do we want it to be, do we want to add oats to this? Like flaked oats?
Well, see, now that's mouthfeel city.
Exactly.
A little, tiny bit astringent,
Yep.
right?
Do we want to add wheat? We could add wheat to this as well. Or we could add rye. All three of those would be really neat additions.
So oat, wheat. The main thing wheat's going to bring is, how would you describe it? How would you describe that note?
I don't want to say sweet because it's not sweet,
Is
but
that, no, it's not just sweet.
God, I don't know how you describe a wheat.
It's a thing. Like as soon as you
Yeah.
tip one of these up, you know
It's a wheat beer.
where you're going, right?
Oh God, that's fascinating. That's like this conversation.
very
we had.
broad.
Yeah.
It's a very broad kind of sweet, but there is definitely a solid
Yeah.
substrate underneath it.
No, it's not bready.
Yeah, it's not bread.
Bready's a
It's
different.
not bread because that's a function of yeast too, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh, peppercorns would be fascinating to throw in. But we'll get to that afterwards.
bold. And then you're thinking about rye,
Yeah.
which has kind of a bitter,
Bitter,
mild,
grainy.
yeah, mild spice, bitterness. There you go. Now take a look at that. And we're big fans of all of these.
Yeah, I know.
Obviously.
There's no way to really lose on this decision.
PGB. My understanding is that mushrooms in beer is a dangerous proposition. I could be wrong, but my fantasy is like, oh, how about some umami? Why not the fifth taste? But
It could happen.
the brewers that I've talked to look at me like I'm nuts
Well,
when I put that out there.
here's the thing. We are known to...
Yeah, listen, you understand. We live our own lives.
Yeah.
On this show, we're
Your
bold
own
gentlemen.
destiny.
Yeah. You're watching Acquisitions Intoxicated with the bold gentlemen. No, they want rye.
Whoa, that's interesting. Cool.
Yeah, on top
I
of
like
a
it.
toasty biscuit,
Okay.
a little bit of spicy grain.
Yep. I think it's cool.
Oof. But also, I think that rye and oat offer something similar on the
Well,
mouthfeel.
here's the other thing. We could still add oats to this.
Only a pinch.
Yeah. I
Right?
mean, there's nothing saying we can't add oats to this.
True.
So, also, what color were we going for?
The Serm,
Yep.
25.
Ooh, okay.
You throwing in that rye?
Yeah. I'm going to jack up the pale and a little more Munich.
I was just gonna say, dude, you're gonna have to go hog ass wild to get up to that. Oh, you're gonna have to add a touch of specialty grain, aren't you?
Yep. So here's the next decision. Do we want to add caramel malt for the color?
For the color, right?
Or do we want to add the oats in there?
What's the SRM on it? Oat.
No, we'll add a small. If we do oats, we'll add a caramel 180 or 120, excuse me, to this. And just a little bit will knock it out of the park.
Yeah, exactly. So you're talking about
Caramel, just Cara 80, which is going to be add the caramel flavor as we want it, or an oat, a flaked oat.
Okay. Yeah, any of these, man, this sumptuous grain bed.
Right.
Oh yeah, and oat. Like again, it should be 4 fucking grains. Like any seed they find.
Yeah. So just whatever we can get our hands on.
Yeah,
right?
any of the tiny little things, not rocks, right? Not the pebbles.
Fuck.
Oh, see, they need that oat. They crave
They
it.
like the oat. Jesus. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, beets would add some sugar. Ha!
Yep.
Yeah, it could be one or It could be 1 or 2 rocks.
A rock. Like what
It's
kind
true.
of
Honestly,
rock?
that's the best part, right? They get the grains in there because they were getting rocks, and they just happen to get a bunch of grains.
Yeah.
They think that the rocks are that source. These are brewing rocks.
Yeah. I mean, don't you have brewing rocks?
Yeah, we've been
Well,
making them forever.
Yeah. We import our brewing rocks sometimes.
Yeah, flaked ass oat. And I saw an essay. Who else is talking about rooibos? I never know how to pronounce it. Ribos? I can do like anybody's crazy Twitter handle, but I can't do fucking rooibos. But I consider that too because it has a really interesting rooibos. Really? Maybe. You may be messing with me, but it's fine. Roy E. Bose. But the main thing that it confers is like a cool vanilla tea type taste, which might be really neat in there.
Oh, actually, hold on.
Oh, there we go. Roy Bosch. There we go. No, apparently not.
All right, before I add caramel. Do we want to go with carafa or crystal malt or caramel malt? Carafa is going to be
just
dark.
Color, right?
This is for so the crystal. We'll do a crystal 120 or caramel 120.
Yeah.
Which is really just going to add mouth feel, head retention, and color.
Yeah.
And not a ton of caramel flavor. Where the carafa is going to be caramel, chocolate, and really going to darken the beer up. And it's German in nature too, so it goes with the scheme.
Yep. There we are. Take a look at these. Yeah, coming in right at the end with the rest of those, with the rest of Dem malts.
It's pretty cool.
A little touch, because
Just a
it's
little
not going
bit.
to be much. It's just going to be enough to fix the color,
Yep.
right? It's just going to be there at the periphery. Ah, but they don't know.
Yeah, this is a cool vote. Like, this is really neat.
Beats. Beats. Yeah, Cookie Mom, a very interesting choice would be something like a roasted cocoa bean or a nib,
Cocoa nibs.
right? Obviously,
Cacao!
Cacao. Chocolate is one thing, right? You're right. That's a process. Chocolate is an agent of the state. That's a whole fucking thing. But a cocoa bean, especially in nib form, is actually very, very straightforward as a process.
Yep.
The Goblin could do that. Beets and juniper.
Oh.
Yeah. It is definitely a bark.
No
I know that.
oysters.
Oysters.
Rabbit.
No.
I will say we do have to try the oyster beer once.
Well, something down there. Okay, I mean, so what's growing around down there? What type of
I
vegetables?
don't want to say much. Like, ugh.
Mushroom is one thing, but there's other types of.
Sure. What are you thinking? I mean, there's fungi of all types.
Yeah. You know what though? It's not up to us.
No.
If we make it and it's bad, then that means it's probably a good goblin beer. I mean,
It's a great goblin beer, right?
Okay. So we're looking good. They want the caramel. They don't want to touch the other stuff.
Okay.
They want the 120. Pop it in there. Fix that color. Is that 5 grains?
Yep. We're just totally fine with this style of beer.
Oh, yeah.
Boink.
Oof. Oof a doof.
Right there. So that's it.
That was a good call there. It's like 24.8 right out the gate.
Skadoosh.
Oh, God, a beautiful color, too.
So now,
So now we got to flavor this thing, and it's not with hops.
no hops. Like, I can push this button, but then I gotta say
This is
no.
hop-free.
I tell you no.
Yeah, so what do we want to end up in this bizarre,
Right. So
in this stew?
a traditional Groot will have wild or honey put into it, but
Really?
yeah. So that's one of the flavor options. We could put teas into this. Spruce.
What kind of
or,
tea?
you know,
What kind
pine.
of tea are we talking about? Like black tea?
Black tea would be really great because it would give off those.
Well,
Some
you know
of
what?
those
You know what else
flavors.
it would do, especially with how sweet it is.
Yeah.
The tannins in the
Spicing
black.
up.
The tannins in the black tea
Yeah.
would have the tamping down effect that you go to a hop for.
Yeah. Which is a really cool idea.
Really cool. Okay, here.
So, I mean, when we think of additions, the world
Flavor
is,
additions,
yeah,
right?
The world is your oyster with this one.
Euphemistically,
Yeah,
We're not gonna put
not
in any
real
kind of-
oysters. You
we're not going to put any kind of goddamn oyster in here.
mice or
Thank you,
moss or
Vintage
lichen.
State.
Yeah.
That's very nice of you to say. Now, yeah,
Gin-
Cookie
ginger's-
Mom, look at this, dude. Cookie Mom is awesome. Just literally grab a waxy fucking honeycomb, throw it right in the cage.
Yeah.
like
Just let it go to work.
end to end.
Yeah. When we did the brew day, there was a one of the brewers that was brewing alongside of us put 11 pounds of bananas in his
In the mash?
in the mash. It smelled absolutely delicious. He was doing a banana stout.
Just the
Yeah, and we like our jaws were all
in
dropped
the boil
because we would just normally put it in secondary or something like that.
No, exactly.
Right in the boil, and it smelled
Oh, yeah, but
utterly
it's
delicious.
different though, right? You think about like a banana bread.
Yeah,
It's like what are we going to this fruit for?
Yeah.
If it's the baked good, warm sweetness,
Yeah.
the boil is probably the right place.
yeah,
But I would definitely have done it the other way.
yeah.
Here, so we're looking for flavor addition. So we're trying to determine.
Oh, maple syrup. That'd be interesting.
That is good. That's a good idea. Here, yeah, you know,
pumpkin
Ichigo,
seed, yeah.
Snorlax, I thought about pumpkin as well.
That's a really cool idea too.
I thought about that as well.
Oh,
now,
licorice?
ginger.
Oh, ginger would be great too. Like a crystallized ginger. Ooh.
Jicama, very
Oh,
fresh, very
yeah.
juicy. That would be like, that would be similar on the savory side. It would be similar to the dragon fruit edition that you had.
Yeah.
It really does confer like the juicy, like the mouth response of juice.
Right. And dragon fruit is so weird because when you eat it, it's very bland.
Well, the
right?
ones that we've had anyway,
Yeah.
right?
So it was a fun addition.
Garlic, Cosmoceratops,
Whoa.
listen, you're not wrong. Like, I especially for this thing, I definitely think garlic would do it. Now, anise, but what we're trying to do,
yeah.
what we're trying to do is determine the top level direction.
That's interesting. Peppercorns and cloves.
Cloves. Oh, you're moving it. Yeah, see, you're moving it into something like a spiced tea.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Pine. Yeah, Viking goat. What you're looking for there is something like a spruce tip.
So
You
should
want to
we,
get out to that fresh tip.
should we put up a vote?
Yeah.
Much like, do we want this to be spicy? Do we want this to be fruity? Or
It's got to be real basic.
Yeah.
But I think that we can get to that by offering representatives,
right?
like in the UN, of each of these flavor profiles. And so I think that we're talking about black tea. That's our sort of dark tannic.
Right. I like that. I really like the black tea.
That's our tannic variety.
Yep.
Peppercorn. So maple.
What about ginger and clove? Would that be the same, or would that be too? Do you think that'd be too much of?
You could do ginger and peppercorn.
Oh, that'd be kind of neat.
Here. So we're gonna do maple syrup.
Yeah,
Just because I
absolutely.
thought Claire's. I thought
I think
it was
that's
a
neat.
good
I think
choice.
it's really cool.
Right?
Yeah, peyote.
Peyote. What? No.
Oh yeah, ginger and pepper. I think ginger and peppercorn would be pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, exactly. So, but ginger and peppercorn is the sort of sweet spice.
Yeah.
Now, we need a fruit option.
Whoa, maple syrup and strawberries. Whoa, that's
Oh, for the sweet?
interesting.
Here we go. Maple and strawberry. All right, now, take a look at these. These are the representatives
Wow, that's
in a
really
kind of
cool.
flavor UN. And they're looking for your votes.
Oh, raspberries would be kind
Dude,
of
do you remember that fucking peppercorn caramel we had at
Yeah.
Salt and Straw?
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was baller.
Yeah.
I mean, I had it like 2 months ago, and I
Yeah.
think about it all the time.
Yeah, because it was fantastic ice cream. Or
Yeah.
wait, the Beecher's cheese.
Oh yeah. It also had cheese. It was caramel and cheese
Yeah,
and peppercorn and toffee.
and ice cream.
And
ice
ice cream.
cream.
Yeah, Salt and Straw.
That happened.
Salt and Straw, y'all. It's a good spot.
Welcome to the PNW.
Well, Liliana, it could be too big of a kick, but we got gallons and gallons, a
Which
couple
would be too
gallons
big?
of beer, right? And then we also have a super robust back end here, like a 5-grain base. We have to be careful with the ginger and peppercorn, certainly.
Yeah, you don't have to add too much. Oh, clove and apple. That sounds really cool. Like for a fall spice beer.
Where's my peppercorns and black tea option? Clove and apple is definitely a flavor pack. Now, hold on. Now, are these going to be the ginger and peppercorn? That's for us. That's going to be secondary, right? We're going to boil peppercorns.
No, put them right in secondary, and so it won't be too. It won't add too much of the peppery flavor.
The reason I
just
asked.
enough.
The reason I asked.
Yeah.
is there a case where we take the final output and we reserve a small amount to do a quick secondary with the clove and apple?
Oh,
right. Okay. I want to try the experiment.
Yeah.
But ginger and peppercorn is coming out on top of this.
Yeah.
But I would like to see the clove apple thing.
Yeah, totally.
Just for kicks. All right. Ginger and peppercorn, it is.
Rad. Okay.
So big, tasty, sweet malt base, toasty, biscuity, with a hint of earthy spice from the rye, and then the oat mouthfeel.
This is crazy. This is really great.
Yeah, I think that the ginger and peppercorn are gonna just like the tannins from the black tea. I think they're gonna help the profile of this, because even the Groot that we had, which is considered quite a good Groot, and I didn't dislike it.
No.
But that profile could have used some peppercorns and ginger, just because if you don't have the hop, it comes out. I mean, that one anyway came out something like a sour.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it looks like kind of in your face, right? I don't want this to be in your face. I want this to be interesting and good.
Right.
So, but I think the peppercorns and ginger are actually going to even that thing out. So at this point, we're looking for fucking yeast.
Oh yeah. So here's where it's going to get
this is
cool.
Usually we only have 2 yeasts.
Yeah, we're going to have 3 different kinds of yeast.
Let's try to have 3 yeasts.
So first is going to be the Kolsch yeast. This is going to be very clean and crisp and let the flavors of everything else that we put into this do the work.
So this is the Kolsch?
Yeah, it's very clean.
So
very
it's sort of
crisp.
Belgian?
Yeah, it's not Belgian. Well, yeah, but think of it more just a little bit of fruitiness, but not enough to kind of send it over the edge.
Yeah, so mild fruits.
Not to make it taste like a Belgian, but very
it's on the way.
Very clean and crisp. But then we are going to do a Belgian yeast.
With this motherfucker. Oh, dude, this could be so crazy.
Right. So we're going to add the Bohemian lager, which is going to give us some rich malty flavors and some fruity esters in there as well.
So rich malt and fruit.
Yep.
So the classic profile.
Yep.
Right? And then what do you got on the back?
We're going to do the last one, which is going to be the Lambiscus. This is going to make it sour. And it's going to give us the taste of a Belgian lambic. So it's going to be fruity and sour.
Oh, yeah. There is a sour angle to that fermentation.
Yep.
It's often made with tangy juices, like on a lambic style. I thought that tang was mostly coming from the juice. That's a yeast function?
Or it's a yeast function. Or we could actually go with just the lactobacillus, which is a straight sour.
Well,
it's a Belgian sour.
This Lambiscus, I think, is solid. So Belgian lambic, it's going to have some sour fruit, right? Dude, this is crazy. Dude, I feel like I've just like thrown the lever on some doomsday machine.
Right,
and it's just like
this is it.
Exactly. It's like, I hope generations in the future know that we did our best,
Done.
Oh, see, they want the crazy lambic.
Holy shit.
They want the crazy lambic. Why not? And it should be like for the goblin beer, there should be a little bit of a weird pucker, like
Yeah.
But it's gonna have the ginger. It's going to have the ginger spice and sweet along with the peppercorn. This is going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'll read you the description of this type of yeast. This is a wild yeast strain isolated from Belgian lambic beers.
It produces your daddy's yeast.
Yeah, this produces a pie cherry-like flavor.
Oh, that tart cherry.
Yep.
Okay.
And sourness, very with a distinct Brett character.
Ah, yes. I was going to say they had a Brett on tap when I was at Russian River.
Yeah, because that place is fantastic.
Yeah, it ain't bad. It'll do in a pinch.
It'll do.
All right. It's Lambiscus. You know what we need now? We need names.
We do need names. Do we need hops? No.
No. 0 hops, you heard? Now, okay, look at this crazy color.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Vortex.
It is. Now, so we were looking at, see, it's a fountain water, Groglin. Cave
That's
Sweat.
Great.
I love caves. Splug Glug is us back.
Yeah, Splug Glug, totally. Splug Split. Splunkers Plug. Justifiable Grudge. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Grudge.
Yeah, the Grudge Groot.
Splug's Chug Jug. Yeah, no Hobgoblin on this one, unfortunately.
A blade in the back.
Grudge Batch.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm way down with the story we've got, which is that they just bring everything that fucking dies in there, and they just stuff it in there. Dizzy Water makes sense to me.
Yeah, Splug Grudge. Yeah. Yeah, Grudge Batch is pretty damn great.
Yeah, Grudge Batch is A+, opponent. I agree. Keg Stand Splug. Nice. Goblin Grog, Horsebane. K-Sweat is definitely there. Fear not. Mouthwash, Grunge Rocks, Splug a Mudgrug. 6 mix.
Blind Goblin Brew. Yeah. Rock Gut. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Grog Groot.
Grog Groot. Crazy Juice.
Goblin Whiz.
Ooh, no, Bathwater. I have to put Bathwater in.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. Bad Bath. Groot of the problem.
Resurrection. Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, Rogue. It's always good to have you in here. Glungamung. Here, no, Glungamung I'm going to put in because it sounds goblin-y.
Stone Groot. Yeah. It's like a Bree-Arc scenario.
Now, take a look at that. Now, while we're letting this ride,
yeah.
Do you want to answer a few questions?
Yeah, let's go for it. Okay. Have we bottle conditioned any of these beers?
They usually don't last.
No, we usually run out of the beer. There might be like a half a gallon left, and then we'll take it home and drink it or something. But you can easily, there's so many ways to bottle condition a beer now.
Fucking candies, dude.
Yeah, candies. We got candy. For Secret Stash, did you dump a pound of peanuts into secondary, or did you hang them in some sort of muslin bag? Essentially, what I did was you just take a hop bag and put a pound of dry roasted peanuts, no salt, no honey roasted or anything like that, and just threw it right in secondary in the hop bag.
How long did you let it rest?
About a week and a half.
Secret Stash is one of my favorites, and then
amazing.
probably it's the best brown ale that I know of.
Not really a question. Just want to say thank you to Jerry for advice on DMing.
Oh,
from
it's our great pleasure. It's our great pleasure. We try to be as available as we can.
Would stuffed myconid be vegetarian friendly?
Oh, interesting.
Samotep, could you use moss as a filter and clarifier? Yes, we do use Irish moss.
Irish moss is a traditional clarifier, actually. It seizes the proteins in suspension and crashes them out, right?
Yep.
That's the function? Yeah.
Yep. Oh, here's a good question. If the death curse is no more, thanks to the A-Team and DCA, then the 6 is no longer suffering from it. Is
That's
that correct?
That is correct, and that means that we can put the 6. The 6 basically had to go into hiding, as you have correctly assessed, because the death curse threatened to put their whole operation on ice.
Yeah. Staghorn TV.
Oh, God, I hadn't even considered this.
Yeah.
So the 6 hates Acquisitions Incorporated, but Acquisitions Incorporated was able to stop the death curse. So it's like, in a weird way, they actually sort of like owe them. It's not going to stop them, of course. But there is a rich irony there.
Yeah. Have y'all ever taken just a handful of grain and chewed?
Of course.
All the time.
Oh, all the time. Like what you find out, it's like this is why we can't get our heads out of these bags. What you find out is that human bodies, I mean, generally speaking,
Like green.
We want it.
Yeah.
We want to have it right away.
In the craw.
Exactly.
Here's a really interesting question that Taurus is making.
Grudge batch ended up being the final name.
Oh, awesome. Now, have you considered that taking multiple attempts to insert the grains is destined to happen? It's not a folly on your part, and that it actually helps make the beer as great as they are. That this,
well,
I mean,
it's
a theory.
It's just a theory. I appreciate your attempt to ennoble my failures, right? I mean, I support you 100% in this endeavor, but I'd be surprised. I'd honestly be surprised. Now do 2 more, and then we're gonna grip the machinery of the universe.
I just love that this is on everybody's mind. Claire, who was late to the show today, wants to know, 1, did Jerry get it to go in?
Yes.
No. I mean, what? Oh, yes. Totally he did.
You could have helped me out.
Yeah, he definitely did. Definitely did.
Harumph.
And what was the song of the week?
Oh, the song of the week was Listen to Your Heart by Roxette.
Fucking Roxette.
All right, here. Yeah, so do 1 more, and then we'll send it over to my boy.
Will there ever be a true crossover of both AC Inc. and DCA?
Oh, definitely. That's just a matter of time. People want it, and now that Omin is in love with Evelyn, I suspect it's only going to hasten events. Precious Channel, thank you so much for coming and spending your time with us. I had a super good time. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. Come back next week. Next week we're going to have Long Rest on tap.
Dinar beer that we have been waiting for.
Yeah. It's going to be real good times. Dinar beers so far have a very, very good track record.
And this one has been fermenting for 3 months and has...
Do not miss it.
This is my unicorn.
Indeed. Do not miss it.